Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. And before we get into this video, I just want to say yes, I am wearing makeup for a video. Can you believe? I know it's a shock, I know. And secondly, I have some form of professional lighting. I bought myself a ring light and it just means the lighting in my videos are gonna get so much better. So yeah, also my hair's a mess, but I'm just gonna ignore that for this video, okay? Okay, also my makeup is kind of a mess, not gonna lie, but oh well, we'll just go with it, you know? So in today's video, I am going to be talking about my journey with Icon, because I feel like it was just a very special kind of journey, and it was a very special thing that happened, I guess. So I'm just going to be talking about that basically from sort of start to finish, where I am with it now, like, and when it all started, etc, etc, because I just feel like it will be really fun, and I feel like this video in like a year will be nice to look back on, just to see like how far I've come and stuff. So yeah, I just thought it would be a really cool idea. Okay, so I'm gonna start from the very beginning, which was the announcement. Now the announcement was, I think it was called like Project 2018, I think, something along those lines. And I think this was announced either like late 2016 or it was like beginning of 2017. And I can't remember which one it was. I want to say it was 2016 because I feel like if they announced it in 2017 it would have been a bit like, I feel like they would have left it too late. So I feel like it was in 2016, but like late 2016, if you get what I mean. So yeah, they announced it in 2016, I think, and it was called Project 2018 because nobody knew like it was going to be called Icon. Nobody knew that it was going to be a Mac Mega Coaster, although there were like loads of predictions. Like, so many people predicted that it would be a Mac Mega Coaster, and I'm here like, what? Like, have you got like psychic powers in your mind? Like, how do you know this stuff? I had no idea what it was going to be. Like, I kind of wanted to follow on with the trend that it was going to be a Mac Mega Coaster, but I didn't want to like confirm it in my head just in case it was wrong. Turns out everybody that predicted it would be a Mac Mega Coaster is right, but I didn't want to, you know, jump on that trend just in case. Okay, so we had like all the predictions and stuff. People predicted it was going to be a Mac Mega Coaster. Some people predicted it would be another dark ride. Like, there was so many predictions and you couldn't call it at all. So then we had the name reveal, and I remember this being revealed when I was in the car, and like I was at the petrol station. Me, my mum and my dad were going on holiday, and I can't remember whether we were going to Fantasy Island or Portons Park. It was either, like, I want to say it was Portons Park, but I don't know. So, but like I have a feeling it was Portons Park. It was either Portons Park or Fantasy Island. Basically, I was on the way. I was going on holiday somewhere with mum and my dad, and we stopped to get petrol. And I went on my phone, and I went on Twitter, because Twitter is my fave platform, and the lighting has gone dodgy. There we go. So yeah, I went on Twitter and I saw that it was revealed that the name was going to be Icon, and I was like, what? Like, I feel like everybody was a bit like controversial about the name. Like, some people didn't like it, some people liked it, some people were like in the middle. When I first heard it, I loved it because I was like, it fits in so perfectly because it is an icon. Like, it is gonna be an icon. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's very, I hate when people use this word like when they're describing Icon, but it was I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but it was gonna be very iconic. Icon, iconic, ha ha ha. So yeah, and there was loads of like excitement around it, and literally like Twitter and Facebook went into meltdown because of the name reveal. And it also revealed like that it was going to be a Mac Mega Coaster, so everybody was right, and I was like, how did people get this? Like, how did people know what it's going to be? So yeah, it was revealed it was going to be a Mac Mega Coaster, and like I was super excited that we were going to get a Mac Mega Coaster in the UK, because before I had ridden Icon, I had never ridden a Mac Mega Coaster before. I didn't really know a lot about them. I only really knew like the ones at Helix, oh my god, the ones at Lisburg, and then the one at Europa Park. So yeah, they were like the only ones that I knew of, but obviously I've not been abroad, so like I've never ridden a Mac Mega Coaster. So I was super excited about the fact that we were getting one here in the UK, because the UK just don't really have anything like that. Well, they didn't before Icon, like they didn't have anything like that, so it was super exciting. And then there were some like picture releases, and I think there was like also on that same day there was like a POV release of like the, what is it called, like they filmed a POV of it on, like it wasn't on Planet Coaster, but it was something like Planet Coaster, and you could watch the POV on there. So yeah, like that was released, and I remember watching that and I was like, shit, this shit looks scary. And I was like, I was super scared, but I was like super excited at the same time. So yeah, we had like the reveal and stuff, which was super exciting.
Sorry,
it's alright.
Well, I don't know if I heard you talking, that's why I thought, a little, wait a minute. Hi.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so after the name reveal, we had the construction. Like construction started, I think, I don't know when exactly it started, but I think it started like over close season in 2016. And then obviously it just went through to 2017, etc, etc. And I remember they took out Tom Sawyer Bridge, which broke me inside, and it still kind of breaks me inside that Tom Sawyer Bridge no longer exists, because I freaking loved Tom Sawyer Bridge. It was just, I don't know, like I feel like it was just like a major like thing for the park. Like I don't know, like I just loved Tom Sawyer Bridge, and I loved like walking down it, and it was really nice for like Instagram photos, and you got like really good views of like all of the coasters and stuff. And I really miss Tom Sawyer Bridge, like I miss it so much, but I'd prefer to have Icon than Tom Sawyer Bridge. So yeah, but obviously at the time I hadn't ridden Icon, so I was like, what are they doing? Like they're taking out Tom Sawyer Bridge, it's so sad. And at first I kind of thought, are they making a mistake here by taking this out? But no, they definitely didn't. And I do like the new bridge. I just feel like I prefer Tom Sawyer Bridge, but I do like the new bridge because it's really pretty, it's very modern, and you get amazing views of Icon when you go on the bridge, and you can still see like the views that you saw before, like on Tom Sawyer Bridge. Like you could see views of like Big Dipper, Infusion, Big One, etc, etc. Like you can still see that on the new bridge. I mean, it's not really new anymore, but I don't really know what it's called, so I'm just going to call it the new bridge. So yeah, and I also like the fact that it's like glass as well. Like you have like the glass it's sort of like a barrier, and like it's glass, and it's just really cool. So yeah, it looks really nice, and I feel like as much as I do miss Tom Sawyer Bridge, like it was getting very dated, and like every time you walked across it, it was very like the floor was very like dirty and a bit like, I don't know, it was very like outgrown, I guess. So yeah, but it still broke me inside that Tom Sawyer Bridge is no longer there, but I can't mix up for us, so it's fine. but yeah, like construction started and stuff, and like they closed the PB Express because that kind of went like across the construction. They, what else did they do? I was gonna say something and I forgot. Oh yeah, they put like the, I don't really know what it's called. See, I'm really bad at this stuff because like I'm not like, I am an enthusiast, but I'm not like a really geeky enthusiast. Like I don't get into like the proper core like of stuff like this, you know what I mean? So yeah, but they put like the groundwork on it, I guess. Like they put like the, like, oh, I forgot to put my phone on silent. They put like the station in, like the, I don't know what they're called. I've got it in my head, but I don't know what they're called. It's like the, you know what I mean. Basically, I'm gonna put a picture like somewhere here of a picture that I took. I think it was last year opening weekend, because I can't remember what it's called, but if I show you a picture you'll know what I mean. And that was like the first bit of construction that I saw in person. There was loads of videos going around on YouTube. YouTube also went into meltdown when Icon was announced. But yeah, there was loads of like construction videos, and like I kept up to date with them, and like construction vlogs, etc, etc. I think the best channel for stuff like that is probably Pleasure Beach Experience. Those were the videos that I watched, and those were the videos that I just like kept up to date with and stuff. So yeah, there was like construction and like just watching it like progress. It was just so nice because every single time I went to Pleasure Beach, more and more and more got added in, and like before I knew it, like the final piece of track was going in. And like that was insane. Like we've waited so long for this to happen, and like the final piece of the track went in, and it was like, what? Like, it's finally finished. Just to see it like actually like finished and stuff like that, it was like mind-blowing. Because I remember going this year opening weekend, and I saw it and I was like, whoa. Like it was a lot bigger than I anticipated, because like from photos and videos you can't really, I mean you can see like the size of it and you can see like how big it is and stuff. You can't really anticipate how big it's going to be unless you see it in person. So like but I didn't like think that when I was watching the videos. I was like, oh, it looks really cool, it looks quite small, etc. And then I went on opening weekend and I was like, I saw that the first thing I saw on opening weekend of Icon was the loop, like the second inversion, and I was like, that shit is big. Like that's big. It was a lot bigger than I imagined. So yeah, obviously that set my nerves off a little bit, but like it also made me excited. So yeah, it was a lot bigger in person. But every time I went to Pleasure Beach it got bigger and bigger and bigger, and before I knew it, like it had just been completed and they were testing it. And I went in April this year to Blackpool, and that was literally like one of my favourite holidays I've had this year, if not my favourite. Yeah, we went in April, me, my mum and my dad. I think it was, I can't remember the dates. It was like really early April, like 3rd to the 5th, I want to say. I'm not sure, but it was early April. And we saw it being tested, and I had seen like videos of it being tested on YouTube and like on the internet and stuff. But like I didn't think I would actually see it being tested in person myself. Like that was such a big thing for me. I was like, I've actually seen Icon being tested in person. Like that is mental. Like to me that was mental because I never get to experience stuff like that. So that was like crazy. and like I wasn't actually sure that I was going to see it being tested, because I knew like a lot of people who went, they said that like some people saw it being tested when other people went, like they weren't testing it, like it was just sort of luck if you saw it being tested. And holy shit, like the universe had my back. I saw it being tested and I was like, that is insane. And I saw like how fast it went. God, what is wrong with my throat today? And like I saw it being tested like in person, and it made me like even more excited to ride it as well. Like it made me more nervous because I was like, that goes really fast and it's really big and it's only got lap bars. But it also made me more excited because I was like, I want to ride this now, like I want to get on this, yeah. And then also when I went in April, they released a few bits of merchandise. They didn't like release like everything, and there were a few like, it was just like a few bits and pieces that were released, and like the shop wasn't open yet or anything. I can't remember when the shop opened. Like I know that it opened before Icon actually opened, but I'm not sure when. I think it opened like 1 or 2 weeks before Icon opened. So yeah, but when I went in April they were selling like little bits of Icon merchandise. Like they sold it in the like the Flying Machines gift shop, and then they also had like this little stall near the big one, like near the entrance of the big one. They had like a little kind of like moving store. It kind of like moved around the park a little bit. It didn't move like all the way around the park, it just moved to like little areas. It kind of stayed in the big one area. So yeah, they had like a few bits of merchandise from there, and I purchased my first Icon. Oh no, I didn't actually. No, my first Icon purchase was a mug, and it's like black and it has like Icon in red. That was my first purchase. I think that was opening weekend. I think it was this year. I think it was, yeah, 2018 opening weekend, I think. And that was my first Icon purchase. And then in April I purchased a pen and a keyring. I'm gonna get that keyring because it's literally my favourite thing in this entire world. Okay, so this is the, I mean, I think my dad actually bought this for me, so thanks Dad. This is literally my favourite thing in the whole entire world. Look at it. Oh, it's my favourite colour. Rose gold / copper is my favourite colour, and then this bit like turns around as well. I just freaking love this so much. Like if I was to release merchandise, this is the sort of merchandise I'd go for, and this is like the colour scheme that I would go for. Like I just freaking love it. So yeah, this is like, I kind of want to get another one just to like put on my house keys. So I mean, I'm actually going next week. I'm going in 6 days. I am so excited. So I might have to buy another one just to put on my house keys because I love it so much. But yeah, love that a lot. So yeah, they had like the stores and they were selling like a few bits and pieces, and then we also saw a few like posters were put up around Pleasure Beach as well, and like I saw that like the train was going to be gold, and gold is my favourite colour, so I was like, oh my god, this is like my dream. And then obviously when I saw them being tested, I saw the train and it was gold, and I was like, what are they doing to me? Like, are they trying to make me like, I don't know, but I just love it. Like I just, as soon as I saw it being tested, I was like, okay, this, now I am like truly, genuinely from the heart excited. And like I also saw the train light up as well, and I was like is this real? Like this is actually real. The train is actually gold. Icon is actually happening. Like the whole colour scheme behind Icon is gold. Do you hear my rose gold / gold / copper heart screaming right now? I think you do. So yeah, obviously when I found out that the whole colour scheme was going to be gold, I was like, okay, like this is good. So yeah, saw it being tested in person, etc, etc. Also do, oh, I really need to put my phone on silent. Also do have a vlog on that, so you can go and check that out. Little link down below, cheeky. But yeah, and then I've talked about the release of the merch, and then we had the opening day. There was also a press day. There was also a press day where like big YouTubers got invited to it, and like celebrities got to go and ride it and stuff, and like the news were there, etc, etc. So they had a press day, which was super exciting, and I feel like it was like a really good thing for Pleasure Beach because they could like get that promo out there and stuff. So yeah, like it was really good for them. And then we had the opening day. It opened on 25th of May, I think. Did it? Yeah, I think it did. It opened on 25th of May, and yeah, I just saw like loads of videos on it, and I saw it all over the internet. I couldn't go on the internet without seeing iKON. Like, I was so happy that it was getting the attention that it deserves. And like everybody loved it. Everyone was like properly like hyping it up, and yeah, it just looked incredible. And I saw like POVs, like real like POVs of it, and I was like, this is insane. Like, can you believe my favourite place in the entire world has something like this? Like, this is like magical. Like, it was insane. And then I also remember on that night, like loads of videos were uploaded and stuff, and me and my mum just sat there and we were watching YouTube on the TV, and like I just had like this massive playlist of iKON videos of like people at the press day, people at opening day, reviews, POVs, people like riding it, like those on ride like camera things, and that like can face you. There was just like, there was vlogs, like there was so many videos. I was literally like in heaven because of the amount of videos that I had to watch and stuff, and it just made me even more excited. It made me nervous, but it made me more excited than anything. So yeah, that was like super amazing, and it was just so nice to see that everybody like loved it, and it like it lived up to its hype, because obviously it was like so hyped up, and Pleasure Beach just kept on hyping it up and making it sound like amazing and stuff, and the fact that it actually lives up to that is amazing. So yeah, obviously that was really exciting. And then finally on the 30th of May I finally got to ride iKON, and I was so freaking scared. It was ridiculous. I was kind of close to tears, but I kind of wasn't. I knew that I wasn't gonna cry, but like I was so nervous, because when I went, obviously like it was open and stuff, and I saw people on it, and I saw like how fast it went, and I was like, shit, I'm going to ride this today, like the day is actually here. And like I just remember I kept on like counting down the days, and I was like, oh, like in 3 days I'm going to be riding iKON, and like, oh, tomorrow I'm going to be riding iKON, and I was just super excited and really nervous. And like I feel like I kind of kept on putting it off as well, because the queue was just so long. Well, okay, controversial, because like the queue always looked massive, but like it actually wasn't. Like when you waited, you only had to wait like 20 minutes, but obviously me and my dad didn't know that, because nobody really mentioned that in videos, and we just assumed like it's a massive queue, we're gonna have to be waiting for ages. But like we didn't. We decided just to queue up anyway, like even if we did have to wait like an hour for it, we thought it would be worth it anyway. Even if we don't like it, at least we've ridden it. Thank God we actually ended up liking it. Well, we love it. Like, I feel like it's my dad's favourite coaster. Why is there a massive truck outside? So yeah, me and my dad queued up for it, and we only had to wait like 20 minutes, which I thought was amazing because the queue was, it was kind of up to where the queue line starts, kind of. So we just thought we'd wait in it because we'd ridden everything else in the park. There was nothing that we were like desperate to go on again, so even if it took all day, we were just going to queue up anyway. So yeah, we went to queue up and we only had to wait like 20 minutes, which was amazing. The fact it was also on 3 trains obviously helped a lot. So yeah, and then I remember like queuing up and like seeing people go on it and stuff, and then it was finally our time to ride it, and I'm smiling so much right now because I just remember that moment in my life was one of the best moments I've ever had, and it was one of the best days of my entire life, and I was so freaking nervous, but the fact that I actually did it, like I will always be proud of myself for doing Icon because it was such like a massive deal to me, and I'd waited so freaking long to ride it, like so many years of being it, of like seeing it being constructed, and just like, and like watching it being tested in person and stuff, and then the fact I was actually going to ride it, like I kind of felt emotional, like we've been on this like journey and now I'm actually finally getting to ride it. Like, it was insane. So yeah, me and my dad got to ride it. We started off with a middle, like on the middle row. Like, we didn't want to go on the back, we didn't want to go to the front because obviously it was our first ride, so we went in the middle, which was like perfect for the first ride for us. And then like later on in the day, like we went to the front, we went to the back. The back is my favourite seat. I know a lot of people have different favourite seats on Icon. Some people prefer the front, some people prefer the back. I prefer the back, but that's just like personal preference. Yeah, and I remember me and my dad coming off it and we were like, we looked at each other and we were like, wow. We were like blown away, like we were speechless, like we didn't have any words like at all. And we actually purchased an on-ride photo just with it being our first ride. It just makes me smile so much every time I look at this photo because I just remember this moment. And I think Icon is also like my dad's favourite coaster as well. Like my dad loves it. Every time we go to Pleasure Beach, my dad's always like, Icon? Want to go on Icon again? Let's go on Icon. Come on, let's go on Icon. Which I don't mind because I love Icon as much as my dad does, but yeah, my dad loves Icon, and my brother is also going to get to ride Icon when we go next week, and he's not ridden it yet, so I'm excited to see his reaction. But yeah, I have got this in a photo. It's just like up on my wall somewhere, so I thought I'd just show you the keyring instead because it's easier. So yeah, this is the photo. It was so funny, and it was in May as well, so it was kind of like, it was still cold, hence why my dad's like got his hood up and like why I'm wearing like my jacket and stuff, and you can see like me screaming and my dad is just laughing because I'm screaming so much. And it also, I really like this photo because you can see my highlight and my contour, like my highlight and my contour are on point in this photo, so like that a lot. So yeah, it was a very special moment riding it. I screamed all the way through, but I loved every single second. It felt so strange going upside down with just a lap bar because I had never been upside down with just a lap bar before, and that was the one thing I was mostly scared of. That was the one thing that was kind of holding me back. But I knew it was safe. I knew that I wasn't going to fall out. No one was going to fall out. Like, it was great, and I saw like how much fun other people were having on it, and like I wanted to experience that. And I got to do it with my dad, so that was amazing, and I'll never ever forget that moment. There's also a vlog on that, link down below. So yeah, I also loved it a lot more than I thought I would. Like when I was like throughout this whole journey, I was like, yeah, like I might like it, I'm probably not gonna love it, I'm probably still gonna prefer the big one, but I'll give it a try. We'll see how it goes. I don't think I would love it as much as I do. Like Icon and Big One, they're kind of both #1 for me. I think, oh, this breaks me to say it, oh, I think I prefer Icon than the Big One. Oh god, that really hurts. Yeah, I think I prefer the Big One than Icon, but Big One is still my favourite coaster because I just don't have the heart to ever replace it. Even if I go like abroad and I ride like the most amazing coaster in the world, Big One is probably still going to be at #1 just because of how special it is to me. And then I also have Icon at #1. They're both joint #1, so there you go. So yeah, and then after like riding it and stuff, the shop, I went inside the shop and it was great because they had like so many gold things and like everything was just gold, and I just freaking loved it so much. So yeah, and I wanted to buy everything as per. And yeah, I just like seeing how successful it's been. Alexa Play Successful by Ariana Grande. Yeah, like it's just been super successful. Like everybody, like, well, I think everybody anyway, like most people love it. And I've only heard like 1 or 2 people that actually don't like it, but we all have opinions, and they're the sort of people that have ridden like coasters in like America and stuff. So yeah, but when you've never ridden anything like Icon before, like me, it is such a big deal, and it is something that will like blow your mind. So yeah, and that, ladies and gentlemen, was my journey with Icon. I was like super excited at the beginning, I got more scared as it progressed, and I got over a massive fear, and now it's my #1 coaster joint with Big One. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Let me know, how was your journey with Icon? Did you ride it on opening day? Did you ride it a few days after? Did you ride it like 2 months after? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to. Don't have to, but it'd be nice if you did. And I also have a blog as well. I have started up my own blog, again linked down below. Yeah, I think that's everything. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys, love you.